I can't make anything happen. I mean, I can only say so much. But nobody's gonna listen to me. We're nobodies. We're just a couple of homeless black people. We're just another statistic. Anybody gonna listen to us? Who's gonna listen to us?
También, pero honestamente el sistema busca maneras para quitarnos nuestra voz. O va a durar un tiempo para que eso suceda.
Bueno, ya es pasando de eso del gobierno, pues es un desastre ahorita porque la gente con miedo, que como está, por ejemplo, cuando él entró, la gente está como traumada. ¿Ves ahorita que cómo se llama? Antes había mucha gente anda en la calle, cómo se llama y ahorita pues con miedo y mucha gente está traumada, que cómo se llama por las que está anunciando que lo van a agarrar, que lo van a deportar.
What do you think are some of the barriers to having more unity in the area or the creation of more community centers?
Drugs, violence, unemployment, until everything is fair, until everyone is equal, I don't think no one is it's never going to be that way.
Todas las comunidades deberíamos de ser tratadas de la misma forma, no debería de importar tanto la clase social, pero nosotros vemos que dentro del sistema de gobierno siempre se ha estado edificando en base a las necesidades de la gente que tiene dinero, ¿no? Nosotros lo vemos las diferencias en Piedmont, en Laurel District, en Berkeley, en otras comunidades en donde la comunidad es clase media alta o clase media, en donde los recursos se dirigen hacia allá. Pero por ejemplo nosotros vemos nuestras calles, la basura, la falta de mantenimiento a los edificios, la falta de mantenimiento al alumbrado público, a la seguridad en la comunidad, que no se destinan recursos para nuestras comunidades. ¿Por qué? Cuando nosotros también pagamos nuestros impuestos, tenemos negocios, contribuimos económicamente y socialmente.
Well, I mean, if you look around, you see over here, this has been like that for a while. This area is kind of run down. It's being redeveloped, and that process is happening slow. It's also being gentrified, which is unfortunate. I'm 48 years old, and I remember when I was younger, there were a lot of social programs for younger people, you know, recreation centers, summer jobs, just things for the youth to do. Now they don't have anything to do, and they wonder why the crime rate's going up. There's no resources, no programs for people that are less privileged, and as a result, the crime rate goes up, and it's a perpetual, ongoing nonsense that plays out in our communities, and the people that are less fortunate are the most impacted and most affected by what goes on up top, by the government that's supposed to be for the people.
¿Qué sentimientos vienen a tu mente cuando escuchas la palabra gobierno?
Como diría, anger.
Anger, yeah.
Anger, yeah.
¿Por qué?
Porque no hay muchas cosas, como diría, como justicia. Muchas injusticias que pasan, en especial en esta comunidad hispana.
Is there anything you could imagine that the government could do more for the community that they're not doing?
First thing, they have to give them a chance. Try to know other people. It's not like here in America, like when you hear like Moroccan, Arab, or something like that. If you are like not knowledgeable, you think like something wrong. You know what I mean? But like I hope like the community can get to other immigration, get close to them, know their problems, and you know.
So do you think that wish the government would make more efforts to get closer to the community?
Exactly. Yeah,
you know, it's like you people are afterthought. You know, you people are afterthought.
I think the Native American people are very disenfranchised, and unengaged because I still think they feel the repercussions of the treaties that were broken. There's been no resolve, there's been no acknowledgement, and I can see why there's no reason to have any hope. As you said, everything is like dormant. I hope it's dormant because I'm using that in that context where I hope there will be a reawakening or a new rebirth, if you will. So.
I just really feel like if they come off that pedestal a little bit and really get in tact with who I am, my story, I just recovered from being homeless with my baby. Do you care anything about that? Are you willing to help the next person? Are you willing to meet with somebody and do an informational interview and write that mother a character letter? Right. Miss Mayor, Mr. Secretary, whoever you are you willing to do that?
Show me that you care about the potholes. Show me that you care that there's not enough lights out in East Oakland. Show me that you care that the crosswalks have been run over so much that you can't even see the paint. Show me that you care by coming out and meeting the people.
Do you feel like some communities are treated better than others?
Of course.
Can you tell me more about that, what that's like?
I feel like the white communities are treated better than the blacks. If you go into the white markets, they have better food than they do in the black communities. So you find your junk food as soon as you walk through the door in the black communities, but you find your vegetables and stuff like that when you go to the white communities up front. So that's like letting you know that black people just do junk food and white people will,
What kind of positives?
Is that necessary? I mean, really, is that necessary? They do the same thing when they give it to someone who don't want to stop at the light. They do the same thing, you know. One person will get 12 police cars. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Then they wonder about the crime, and you know, it could be someone that don't even have anything, but it'll take about 4 or 5 of them to throw them on the ground and jump on them.
I worked hard, and I continue to work hard, so I don't have to steal and I don't have to resort to a life of crime. But I still get profiled. You know, when they get behind me, I can see them running my plates and on their walkie-talkies. And, you know, I don't do anything wrong. So, and I think it's unfair that we get profiled the way that we do.
Muchos policías, no sé por qué se tienen contra nosotros. Es que se te quedan viendo de una manera tan que te hacen sentirte mal. Que te miran como que eres cualquier, disculpa la palabra, como que fueras una basura.
What kind of things do you think would need to happen to change stuff around here?
Everybody that lives in this neighborhood needs to get together. Everybody is so divided. They just need to come together. Like when I was growing up, our neighbors used to get together and everybody used to get out and clean up, you know, they used to help out in the community.
They just started the football team up there, but they only got a couple boys because everybody fears for their kids to go up there. So the coach is now trying to get, if you let them go, I'll personally pick each child up. And I mean, but he wants a little foot, he wants to do something with it. He's a preacher. He's trying to help the community out. I think he just moved in the neighborhood and wasn't too sure of the neighborhood he moved in. So now he's trying to like brighten it up a little bit.
You have to give these young kids opportunities. Everybody is not coming from quote unquote a stable home environment. But that doesn't mean that they can't do better. They don't have potential. And if you don't zero in on this potential and you just let these young kids go to the wayside, this is what you're going to have.
But we always have hope. We always have hope that something's good. When we hear good news, we're just like, feel you.
We have hope, definitely.
Definitely have hope.
It will change, so.
Our community have different type of mindsets. Like some people in our community like rock music. Some people in our community plays guitar, and like I heard someone play the piano the other day. There's a lot of talented people in our neighborhood. So I would want people to know, like, there's talent here, there's love here, there's power here. It's just we don't have a chance to break out to show someone, or that we're scared because of where we're from.
Everybody want to tap into their potential so they can grow or be noticed or something like that. But like, this place has a lot of potential. So like, if people are willing to invest in this environment, they would see the potential themselves. So like, they're artists, singers, dancers. They have super potential here. So.
In terms of investment, definitely more grassroots businesses amongst the community. We need to just invest in the ideas of the people inside of the community.
More people need to be enlightened about how they could step up, how they can lead, how they're not just some pin on a board, on a map or something. You know, just a population, but. You know, it's no education going around about what you actually can do. It's a bunch of I can't.
Si hay chance para votar, pues votemos por un bien para la familia. Pero como nosotros todavía no podemos votar, no tenemos, como dice en mi país, no tenemos voto, tal vez tenemos voz. Tenemos un voz, levantarnos la voz, decirle a otras compañeras que vamos a reunir y apoyar a los gobernadores, senadores, o elegir a alguien que puede llevar nuestra voz y llevar ante el gobierno, que nosotros no queremos salir o no queremos arreglar es la forma que podemos hacer nosotros.
I just wish that, you know, for our black community, that we can just really come together more and start protesting and being proactive in a more positive and proactive way, and finding alternative ideas instead of being negative and always criminalizing our environment and our society because of our anger, but showing that in a way where we can be positive and protest and get our message out, because that's ultimately a point. Our point is to get our message out and to be heard, you know.